In the plethora of same story, different day, we have yet again Halle Bailey running her mouth about the criticism of her playing the Little Mermaid. Now, from what I hear, all the stories I've read, and the fact that Disney decided to release the children's book version of the live action Little Mermaid weeks before the release of the movie because stupidity, I don't know. The fact that Halle Bailey is being was cast as Ariel is the least of the problems with this movie. This lovely little article from a few days ago from MovieWeb. Halle Bailey comments on racist backlash because every bit of criticism is racist. Oh my God. Are you tired of this narrative yet? Racist backlash over the Little Mermaid casting. Halle Bailey says she was disappointed but not surprised about the online complaints over her casting of Ariel. Okay, let's focus on this sentence. Backlash, online complaints over her casting of Ariel, not over her casting as a mermaid, over her casting as Ariel, a very particular mermaid, a light-skinned, red-headed mermaid from Disney's animated original. That doesn't sound like racism. That sounds like, classic preference to me. Granted, people came out and said stupid shit about, mermaids would be this color. Like, who gives a toss about what color a fictional character is going to be? However, I'm sorry, not a fictional character, a fictional species. Mermaids. Make them whatever color you want. But if you're going to make a live-action depiction of Ariel from The Little Mermaid, people wanted her to look like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Let's see what the article has to say because Halle Bailey has some real gems to talk about. We're coming up on the release of The Little Mermaid Disney live-action remake of the original animated film released in 1989. And from what I've heard, it's in name only. Goodness gracious. The new film features Halle Bailey as Ariel, the first live-action incarnation of the character. So? Actually, no, it's not. Wasn't there a play? I believe there was a play. So it would not be the first live-action incarnation of the character. Going by the projections of the film, which is expected to be one of the highest-grossing movies of the year, of course, it might not make $1 billion, but it's going to get up there. There's a great deal of interest that has been generated with filmgoers for the remake. With that said, yeah, this right here, Flounder, looks atrocious. Why is there a bird underwater? Wait a minute, I'm confused. How's the bird breathing? Oh, I can't wait to see this fucker talking. Oops, I cursed. Where was I? Projections, blah, blah, blah. While the online critics may prefer their fictional mermaids to be more light-skinned, no, that is absolutely incorrect. Online critics would prefer Ariel to look like Ariel. Y'all need to get it right. We're criticizing the casting of Ariel. Not of a mermaid, but of Ariel. Bailey's casting has also clearly meant a great deal to countless young children because, you hunt down and you search for the videos and the responses and the criticisms, the positive critiques that you need to support your argument. But everybody does that. Confirmation bias. It's even had... Oh, God, I smacked my tongue again. Good Lord, I haven't done that in a while. It's even had Bailey herself thinking about how big a deal that would have been for her when she was that age. Bullshit. Speaking about her casting in a new interview with LA Times that I would love to go to the article, but they want a subscription. No, thank you. Bailey stressed just how important the casting is for diversity. Pick a different mermaid. As she says in the interview, quote, "If I would have seen a black mermaid when I was younger, well, maybe you weren't watching the right shows because I do believe in the animated TV show on Disney, there was a mermaid of color that was featured. It wasn't Ariel. Is that not good enough for you? They had a black mermaid in the animated cartoon, which is redundant because animated cartoon, it's the implication anyway. It would have changed my whole life. If your whole life would have been changed based on a cartoon, you live a shallow, superficial life. My whole perspective on how I feel about myself based on a cartoon. My God. Anyway. My whole perspective on how I feel about myself, my self-worth, my confidence, everything, based on a cartoon. Do you understand what you're saying? Do not base your life, your self-worth, or your confidence on a cartoon character. Holy. Anyway, Bailey has seen some of the backlash. Anyone directing legitimate backlash on her casting, don't be a dick. Directed at the people who cast her. She's taking a job, she's taking a role, and just like anything else, let her do her job. However, when she comes out and says stupid shit like this, well, you're going to be criticized for the foolish things that you say. Don't criticize her for taking a role, for crying out loud. While she admits it was not surprising at all because you were told to expect it, albeit a bit disappointing, following your script, young lady, she was able to move past it by focusing on the positive response to her casting, which is a good thing. It's what you should do. Don't pay attention to the negative. Go out, perform your role, and that's fantastic. Halle Bailey's casting, like I said, is the least of the problems with this movie. And it'll still make so much goddamn money. Which was far outweighed the small but vocal, oh my dear, no. It is not a small, vocal online critics expressing their displeasure on the internet. It's not. You don't get millions and millions and millions of downvotes. But I guess they're all racist. This quote. The racism didn't surprise me. It's not racism, dear. It's criticism. Continuously classifying and qualifying all criticism as racist simply because of the color of your skin is projection at best. Listen to the criticism. Listen to what people are actually saying and comparing the original work with the present work. And maybe you can get some people on your side instead of stop classifying everyone. Stop lumping all criticism into one nice tiny little bow of bigotry when that's not even remotely where it's coming from. This moment is so much bigger than any of that, especially for the black and brown babies out there. I hope they feel filled with love and confidence in who they are, because it's essentially that they see themselves in roles like these. My goodness. Have we become such a superficial society that things like this are necessary? Like, you cannot see yourself as anything successful unless you see someone who looks exactly like you. You can't relate to anyone or anything unless they look exactly like you. That is just superficial nonsense. Playing Ariel has helped Halle Bailey grow. Huh? Playing Ariel has also helped teach Bailey a thing or two about herself. Okay, she opened up about how she was much more shy before taking on the high-profile role of the live-action version of Ariel in The Little Mermaid, but over the course of bringing the mermaid to life, Bailey has come out of the production feeling much better about herself. Cool. Why would you have low self-esteem? Why does it... Okay. Going into the film, I was more timid and shy, but like Ariel... Oh, good God. But like Ariel, I ended up having to come out of my shell. I gained so much... Who wrote this for her? I gained so much confidence and courage to speak up for what I need. I came out a different, more mature human being. I really feel like Ariel taught me how to find my voice. Oh my goodness. Am I wrong in thinking that this is a script that she has memorized? Am I wrong? Like, nothing against this woman. I'm not trying to say that she couldn't come up with this herself, but it's just too... It's too cookie cutter to not be a script. The racism didn't surprise you, darling, because you were told there were going to be. You were prepped beforehand, just like any actor. What's happened time and time again. The same thing happened with Reva from Obi-Wan. The production company prepared Moses Ingram for the backlash that was incoming because people criticized her character. the poorly written, poorly acted character in Obi-Wan. But being used as a shield, obviously all that criticism is rooted in bigotry. Just like this. Just like every single media outlet online is going to come out and say, oh, you don't like it because Halle Bailey's black. Like, no, it looks like garbage. The CG looks like absolute trash. If anything, the singing might be the best thing. Halle Bailey's singing will probably be the only good thing that comes out of this movie. Because hearing her sing Part of Your World, I think she did fantastic. However, that's not going to carry this movie. The audience score, we'll see. But continuously lumping criticism is a way to deflect, continuously lumping all criticism into a nice little humble. Oh God, I'm rambling now. This is happening over and over again. Anytime there's any sort of criticism of something new coming out, they have garbage, cash grab, remakes with putting spectacle over story with any black character, in this case the leading character, being used as a shield, exploited as a shield for a bad story, bad writing. Lumping it into nothing more than bigotry to protect and deflect and ignore whatever legitimate criticism comes forth. But the movie will be out in a couple of weeks, in less than a week. I believe 10 days, less than 2 weeks, in 10 days. I'll be checking it out. I'll be doing a review on it. I'll be talking about it because, I need to suffer. But let me know what you think in the comments. Is it legitimately racist backlash, or do you think people have legitimate criticism? And I'm saying legitimate a lot. So legitimately, let me know what you legitimately think. And legitimately leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a subscription. Do all that nifty stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for making it this far.